Some wounds don't scream. They just stay there, silenced in the corners of the soul, like old photographs kept at the bottom of a drawer. Wounds from childhood, harsh words, long absences, gestures we never received. Wounds born where we most longed for love, in the family. Have you ever found yourself reliving old scenes, thinking about what should have been different? Wondering why, even after so many years, it still weighs on your chest? This video doesn't offer ready-made answers. It offers paths, reflections, and practices to help you reclaim something very precious. The lightness of being who you are without carrying wounds that time couldn't heal, but that now, with presence and awareness, can finally begin to. Take a deep breath. Make space within yourself. We are not here to judge the past, but to liberate the present. Let's walk together through 12 chapters of healing, compassion, and reconciliation. Chapter 1. The wound that time didn't take away. Not all pain fades with time. Some transform into silence, others into emotional armor, but many remain hidden, waiting only for a loving gaze to acknowledge them. When pain comes from family, it shakes our roots. It's more than sadness, it's a knot in the soul. And it only begins to loosen when we allow ourselves to feel, without judgment, without guilt. Chapter 2. The expectation of having had the ideal family. We all grow up with images of how things should have been. More present parents, more understanding siblings, a more nurturing childhood. But reality rarely matches the ideal. Freeing yourself from this expectation is the first step towards forgiveness. Not everything was fair, but demanding that the past change only prolongs the pain. Acceptance is not agreement. It's making space to move on. Chapter 3. Forgiveness isn't an excuse. It's a break in the chain. Forgiving is not saying, "It was okay." It's saying, "I don't want to carry this anymore." When we forgive, we're not setting the other free. We're freeing ourselves. It's like releasing a rope that's kept us tied to the past. And even if the other never apologizes, you can still choose to let go. Chapter 4. Family wounds and the body that remembers. Sometimes the mind forgets, but the body still holds on. Disproportionate reactions, tension, illness. Our body is a sensitive archive of unspoken pain. Healing these wounds means listening to the body, breathing with it, gently asking, "What are you still trying to tell me?" Chapter 5. Guilt, anger, and emotional confusion. You can feel love and anger toward the same person. You can feel longing and pain, guilt, and the desire to distance yourself. Family feelings don't follow a simple logic. They intertwine, contradict, and still they're all valid. Allow yourself to feel without judgment. Healing begins when we embrace everything inside without trying to erase anything. Chapter 6. Forgiveness also means boundaries. You can forgive and still choose to keep your distance. Forgiveness doesn't mean reconnecting. It means no longer letting that wound control your inner life. Setting boundaries is a way of protecting yourself with love. And sometimes loving yourself means saying, "I can't keep hurting myself to maintain this relationship." Chapter 7. The inner child still waiting to be heard. Inside you, there's a small part, still longing for affection, still seeking approval, still hoping someone will say, "You were loved even then." Look at this child with tenderness. Give them what was missing. Today, you can be your own home. Chapter 8. What can I give myself that I never received? If you didn't receive support, offer yourself support. If no one listened, listen to yourself. If you were overly criticized, start sincerely praising yourself. You don't have to repeat the pain. You can turn it into wisdom. And by doing so, you break patterns that could have lasted for generations. Chapter 9. Forgiving parents for their humanity. Parents are not gods. They are wounded human beings with unhealed stories of their own. That doesn't justify, but it helps us understand. Forgiveness begins when you see they were also trying, even if they failed. And from that awareness, you can choose differently. Chapter 10. Gratitude for the small things also heals. Maybe you didn't have everything, but you had something. A look, a gesture, a good memory. Sometimes these small memories serve as a bridge to forgiveness. Looking back at what was possible is a way to remember that even in pain, there was love at some point. Chapter 11. Love continues even if relationships end. Not every reconciliation is possible, but love, true, silent, deep love, can remain. Sometimes the relationship must end so that the essential affection can survive. You can love without staying close. You can move on without holding resentment. That too is forgiveness. Chapter 12. Closing the cycle with respect and awareness. There may never be an apology. There may never be a reunion, but there can be closure. A symbolic ritual, an unsent letter, a liberating cry. When you choose to end something with respect, you honor yourself, and you create space for new relationships to blossom both within and around you.